take a stroll through the heart of this city that we know so well. Charities and shops with stories to tell. Community connections, that's the way. We light up local every day. From the fun to the heart to the city soul. It's Marlboro pride, let's roll. WMCT, it's where we'll be. Marlboro pride on your TV.
Hi, I'm Ryan Malyar. Thanks for tuning in to another special live episode of Community Connections. You know, I've just been having such a blast doing this show, and thank you for tuning in and for all of your support. It's just been an absolute privilege and joy to bring so many fabulous nonprofit groups into the studio to hear about their missions and everything that they're doing here in the Marlboro community. And, you know, I think about the name of the show, Community Connections. We are here at a community television studio, and the importance of community is really something that's very important to me. Just the way that we gather as human beings to connect with each other, and how important that is to fulfill our lives and the friendships that we make. And a phrase that I've been hearing tossed around quite a bit is the loneliness epidemic that we have here. And this is a phrase that came up post-COVID. We aren't going to go into COVID too much. Who wants to hear about that? But the US Surgeon General has declared loneliness a public health issue. And it is something that is so important to find people that you connect to and find social interactions that bring you joy, because humans are not meant to live alone. And as people age and go through different phases in their life, sometimes as a student and when you're growing up, loneliness isn't usually that much of an issue. But even for young people, with the use of technology, loneliness and feeling a feeling of isolation can really affect people heavily. So I found my connection and my community here in community television, but even before that in community theater. That has always been my way to connect with folks. So there are so many opportunities to find that community, whether it's based on a hobby or with so many of these nonprofits, it's based on service. And today I'm really excited to have Cheryl Juaire here in the studio from Team Sharing, Inc. And so thank you for joining me. And I know that you have a very special story about how Team Sharing started. And it was all through that desire to create community and connection. Well, welcome, Cheryl. I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you. Glad to have been invited.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about Team Sharing, or a lot of bit about Team Sharing. That's why we're here.
Okay.
And that fabulous story that you've shared with me before.
Okay. So Team Sharing is an organization of families, parents specifically, who have all lost their children from substance use disorder. And through community activism and we've formed a community.
Yes.
I want to share with you how we started. I lost my son Corey February 24th, 2011 from an overdose. And the next 3 years, Ryan, I was suffered in my grief alone. I didn't know anybody that had lost a child, let alone to addiction. So I just cried. It's all I did every day. And one day on Facebook, I found another mother who had lost a child, and she reached out to me one day and she said, "Hey, look at this, like 7 of us going to meet at a restaurant and I would like you to come." And I remember saying to my husband, I don't know this person, or, you know, I'm going an hour away, but I just feel like I need to be there. So what happened that night changed my life, and this is how Team Sharing actually formed. We all sat around the table that night having dinner, but sharing the loss of our child. And we all went around. And, you know, there were times that I just felt like I just don't want to live anymore. I'm not going to kill myself, but the pain is so bad. I just don't want to live with it anymore. And I would pray, God, please take me, because I can't. Well, guess what? So didn't this one, and so didn't this one, and this one. And we all went around and we shared. And everything that we shared, we understood. We all understood. And we became this incredible community that we call family. And that's where it started back in 2015. And from there, it's grown to over 5,000.
2015, you're celebrating a big milestone this year.
Yep,
Congratulations.
Yep. But there's been a lot of reaching out, because because of what we found. We didn't want anybody to have to go through that for as long as we did. So when we'd see somebody in the newspaper that just lost their child from addiction, we would show up at the wake and would say, you know, we understand. And I'd give them my card and say, call me when you're ready, because we didn't want anybody to be alone. And we've done that throughout the years, not just that, but we reach out all the time. And somebody will say, you know, there's a great organization called Team Sharing, come join them. And like I said, we have over 5,000 people right now, but we've healed, because we've healed together as a community of people. And, you know, where Team Sharing is national, but we're also right here. We're right here in Massachusetts, and
based here in Marlborough.
Based right here in Marlborough.
Yes. So tell me how you decided to call it Team.
Oh, on Facebook, it was first called Sharing Our Child's Loss from Substance Passing in Mass. That was the first name.
That's a hard hashtag.
That was tough. But there was a 5K going on in Chelmsford, and it was for substance use and prevention. And so some of us moms said, hey, let's get together. Let's put a team together. And do this 5K. And so we did, and we're like, well, what are we going to call it? You know, and we share in our grief. So we said, why don't we just call it Team Sharing? And it stuck.
Right.
And so that's what we are.
Ever since then.
Ever since then.
Yeah. So does it continue to be I don't want to call it a social group, but essentially it is that the primary focus, is meeting in person?
That is the primary focus.
Yes.
Because so that nobody ever has to feel isolated.
Right.
Like you said, that's an epidemic.
Yeah.
We don't want anybody to feel isolated. So we do things often. We'll create, so on August 31st is International Overdose Awareness Day. A lot of times we'll go to Welly's, and he'll provide that back room for us. There'll be 30 to 40 parents there.
Right.
We'll have dinner, and then we'll all walk over to the candle lighting ceremony. But that's just one. I mean, we've gone on cruises. We've gone to the ocean. My best friend is a mom who's lost. You know, we do Christmas cards every year. Christmas cards is a thing of the past, because you have Facebook now, or you have, you know.
I miss them, though.
I know.
And I'm really bad at keeping an actual physical list of people that I need to send cards to. And I'm going to get married soon. I'm like, oh, I got to hunt down all these addresses.
Yep.
But getting something physical is important.
It really, really is. And the joy, we've lost the joy at Christmas time, because we don't have that child with us anymore. It's so, so hard. So we came up with the idea, let's do Christmas cards. And so anybody that wants to partake, we have a list. We have somebody making up that list with all the names and addresses. And if you want to get cards, put your name down. If you can't afford to send cards, then don't. You know, it's just, but the first year we did it, my house was covered with Christmas cards. And I remember my son walked in and he's like, Mom, what happened here? And I'm like, I just got cards from all my friends.
Yeah.
And he's like, do you have any friends that haven't lost a child? And I'm, no, not too many, you know, because that's my community.
That is your community.
Those are the people. So, but it brought so much joy to the people that don't have anybody close, you know, and we wrote in memory of our child's name.
Yeah.
And we all sent out Christmas cards, and we've done it every year since.
Yeah. Now, when I've experienced loss, there's the stages of grief, and people have so many different ways of how they deal with it. And I just think for myself personally, and for other family members that have experienced loss of a child, they tend to revert to trying to shut it down, push it away, and then when it creeps in, it can be very overwhelming. And I'm not sure what you and there's so many different ways to experience that. How do these events feel? Do you walk away feeling better afterwards, or have you brought up the grief again, and does it become something hard? I'm just trying to understand a little better.
The majority love it. The majority of the people, but it all depends on where you are in your grief.
Yeah.
Because you are going to have those highs and lows.
Right.
And as long as you know that there's somebody you can reach out to share that with.
Right.
So a lot of times on Facebook, especially this time of year right now, you're going to get, I don't want to put up my Christmas tree, and they'll go on. And then there'll be parents reaching out to this person saying, that's okay. Don't put it up if you don't feel like it this year. I didn't do it my first year. And they're getting support.
Just acknowledging I was there too.
Yeah.
And that means a lot.
Yep.
That you're not alone.
Right. And so the group just continues to go on like that because people are sharing.
Yeah.
And people sharing their joy too.
Right. So it sounds like there's a vibrant online community as well.
Yes.
So that's a typical sort of interaction. What other sort of interaction and growth have you seen online?
So what else? We've online.
Yeah. So is it a Facebook group? Is that what
it is a Facebook group.
Oh, there we go.
It's basically online. So everything we do,
Yeah.
whenever we make an announcement, it's online. Like, do you want to go on this cruise? And we have the, all the information for them to sign up. And next year we're going to Punta Cana the first week in November.
Wow.
And so far we've got about probably 20 people signed up.
Yeah.
So we're
But just
constantly
having that
something.
hub online is a great way to create those spokes to start those individual conversations and those friendships like you've established over the years.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's also important to meet.
Yes.
To meet with people. And we do that a lot here in Massachusetts.
Right.
We do that a lot.
One of my favorite things that you've been doing for years now is a special holiday giving. Can you explain what that process is and who it's serving?
So when I lost my son Corey, his daughter was 4.5 months old. And so throughout Facebook and watching these families come, I've seen the pictures of the heartbreak of these children who have lost their mom and dad through no fault of their own. And so we decided to give gifts to these children. And we do it in 2 ways. We do it across the country, and there's no monetary requirement. Doesn't matter if you're rich or you're poor, their hearts are broken just the same. And maybe on that Christmas day, the gift that we give them, maybe mom or dad would have gotten that gift for them because we limit them to $100. Mm-hmm. And we ask for them to choose one special gift.
Yeah.
So we've done that, but we also have done it in Massachusetts. And this one is live.
Yeah.
And because I'm here. And so we've done it at the Maynard Elks.
Oh, Mike, I think you've got some great photos there. Oh, yeah.
So we've done it at the Maynard Elks. We've had Santa Claus come in on the fire truck. We've put on a big spread of food. I think you have a picture of that too.
Oh yeah, mac and cheese, all those good
all the things
kid-friendly,
kids
all the
love.
brown food and cheesy food that you could want.
Yeah, yep. Excuse me. We've had entertainment come, and then Santa calls the kids up to come and get their gifts.
Yeah.
And they sit back and they're all anxious and they're all waiting for that gift. And the families just love it. They're all there. They all they're all spoiled for the whole day.
Yeah. It's special.
And we've done it for 9 years.
It's not in the pictures I put up there, but there was a photo of a car. What was that? It was like a race car.
Yep. So I have he's actually a step nephew who's a race car driver. And he asked if Team Sharing would sponsor the car.
Oh.
Because they have tires that they have to buy and whatnot. Excuse me. So I asked the board of directors, and they said absolutely. The parents got to put their child's name on the car. I think there was over 100 names, and they paid, I believe, $25 to have the child's name put on the car. Team Sharing, I believe, paid $2,500 to have our whole Team Sharing Inc. On the front of the car.
Yeah.
And he races that car with our angels as they go around the racetrack. He races in New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Connecticut. So any families that have their child's name can go to the race and watch this. And many, many, many have.
Wow. Now, we're going to take a brief pause to hear from our sponsors, but when we come back, I know we have another car tie-in that we're going to get into with some very special license plates. But stick around, hear from our sponsors, and we will be right back.
It's shout-out time. WMCT-TV would like to thank our sponsors for supporting community media here in Marlborough, Massachusetts. Juaire Hair Salon and Day Spa, offering services including extensions and keratin smoothing, coloring and blonding, precision cutting, and more. Juaire Hair Salon and Day Spa is located at 31 Spring Hill Ave in Marlborough, Massachusetts. The Coffee Loft. Coffee and community is their motto, as they serve up lattes, cold brew, tea, sandwiches, and pastries too. The Coffee Loft is open 7 days a week at 406 Lincoln Street, here in Marlborough. The Vin Bin, bringing you the best in wine, cheese, brew, and gourmet sandwiches for 20 years and counting. The Vin Bin is located at 91 Main Street in Marlborough. Author and illustrator Mark Martirosian, host of TV's Drawing with Mark on WMCT-TV. Mark is offering free downloadable activity pages for kids of all ages. Email pennyarcadecreative@gmail.com for more information. Leah Owen, marketing and business consultant. Leah's team members and partners share her belief that great organizations, from businesses to nonprofits and more, deserve to be seen, heard, and celebrated. From social media strategy to community events, this boutique marketing agency helps local brands and organizations grow with purpose and personality.
Thanks for sticking around with us here on Community Connections. I'm here with Cheryl Juaire from Team Sharing, and before we went to the break, we were talking about race cars, but I know you have some really special swag in this bag over here, and you've been really campaigning for a very long time for a special license plate with Team Sharing on it. And we have a great graphic of it that Mike can share as well. But tell us about this license plate and what it means to your organization.
So, as a nonprofit, we've applied for different grants, and there's not a whole lot of grief grants out there to be had. So in order to fund these Christmas gifts, or we do more than that for the families, there's benevolence we do, we need the money. And so we came up with the idea of doing an overdose awareness license plate in Massachusetts. And in order to be approved, well, first of all, you had to produce the plate to the registry, and they had to approve you.
Oh, so you had to get it designed first?
Oh, you had to design it first.
And that had to get approved.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a process. Walk me through it.
It was a process. You had to get a bond. You had to get 750 prepaid applications of $40. And I thought, because of the world I live in, the grief support, the addiction world, the recovery community, with all that, I thought 750 is going to be a piece of cake. We started this in 2021. It was the hardest thing I've probably ever done. It's not easy going to somebody and saying, hey, we might or might not be able to get a license plate, but would you give me $40 because I need to give the $40 to the registry just in case, and by the way, you're not going to get it back.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that wasn't easy to do, especially we went to events all over the place, recovery events with tables, with the license plates. We did a show here.
We sure did.
I mean, we did everything, but at the end of the day,
It happened.
it happened. We
Yes,
got
congratulations.
the 750. The governor actually congratulated me for us for having gotten it done. You'll see those license plates now on the road. So
Yes.
there's over 750 license plates. And because of that, I hear the stories of the family saying, hey, I passed somebody with a license plate and I was beeping my horn and we were waving like crazy people because they get it.
They get it now.
They get it. If you've got a license plate, it's because of you know somebody. You have a connection. You don't just get an overdose awareness license plate because you just feel like it.
No.
You know what I mean? So there's connections.
Yeah. So explain to me how the license plates benefit the organization financially.
So for the first 750, the registry keeps $12 and they give us the $28 back.
Okay.
But you have to get that.
That's
So we've
150.
given them $30,000.
Right.
And they gave us, I believe it was $21,000 back.
And now going forward.
And now going forward, we will get it all.
All of it.
All of it.
Oh,
We will get it all.
That's great.
So as many people sign up. Now, this is ongoing because we need 3,000 license plates on the road in 5 years. And it's only been since May. So
Okay.
it hasn't even been a year that they've counted.
Yeah.
It started in May. So I've got 5 years to get 3,000 license plates. We already have the 750. So we just need a couple thousand more. So it's
Do
really,
they give you
really
updates?
important.
Do they let you know? Okay.
I have,
You're in the portal.
I'm in the portal.
The portal.
I have my own portal that tells me monthly. They send it to me monthly.
Okay.
Monthly, they deposit the money into my special plate life account,
Yeah.
bank account, and I'm just watching it grow. And it's funny because I'm not out there doing a lot right now because of Christmas. But once I start back on it again, you'll see it's really selling itself now
Yeah.
that it's on the road because somebody will see somebody and they'll say, "Where did you get that? I want that. I know somebody."
Yeah.
And it's amazing.
Okay. It's got to keep growing.
It's got to keep growing.
So how do people get this? Is it a vanity license plate? No, that's when you get special letters on it that say "I
Right.
Heart Joe."
Oh yeah, no, the RMV is really like when somebody would say a vanity plate, it's a specialty plate.
Okay.
Get that straight. So
Specialty plate.
it's a specialty plate.
Okay, and the process is fairly easy to switch over your regular plate to this plate.
Yeah, you
Okay.
have to get in touch with the registry.
Yep.
There's, on my Facebook page, on our webpage,
website?
on the website, you will there's a link
Okay.
that will bring you to the
Walks
registry.
you through the whole
but you
thing.
can go to the registry and just Google specialty plates, and it'll show you all the specialty plates they have, and then you can choose from there.
Right.
So it's a simple process from that point on, and that's what most people are doing. If some people reach out to me, I have the link that I just say, here you go.
Here you
Here's
go.
the link. Here's the link.
Yeah.
And so, and I put it all over Facebook too, so people can share the link.
Easy to find.
Yeah.
Now, this is just one other subset of all the advocacy work you do. And another thing that you've been really, really working very hard on is this whole Purdue bankruptcy case. And can you share with our viewers what this process has been and some recent developments?
So as a community, when Facebook started when team sharing started, and I started hearing all the stories of the parents that have lost their children from OxyContin,
Opioids.
from opioids, from a sports injury, from the teeth extraction. They gave them the opioids not knowing how they were addictive. When then Attorney General Maura Healey filed a lawsuit against the Sackler family, and she was on TV, and I heard the whole thing, and I'm like, it was like dawn on marble head. And so I got a copy of her complaint, and I read it, and I said, this is it. This is why team sharing is here, is because of this. So I organized in 2018 a march around Purdue Pharmaceuticals, and we had over 400 parents there. You can Google it, all saying, we know it started here. Here's a picture of my child. They all had pictures, and we marched around Purdue Pharmaceutical. The following year, I had the opportunity to go to New York City to try to get on this unsecured creditors committee in the Purdue bankruptcy. And I'm thinking, it was really hard. It was you had to be chosen by the, oh my goodness. I can't think. But anyways, it was a process to be selected, and they only selected 9 people, and I was one of those 9 selected. And I had to go back into team sharing because we did a lot of advocacy work, and I had to go back into them and say, guess what? I get on this committee. We're going to bring the Sacklers down, but I can't talk about it, and I'm very vocal, but I can't talk about it. You just have to trust me. And they did. They did. They trusted me. What ended up happening is I couldn't bring the Sacklers down, and that's what I wanted to do. What made more sense was to get as much money out of them as we possibly could to help end this epidemic, to put money towards treatment, recovery, prevention, so that we could save lives. And that at that point, that was more important than putting them behind bars where they couldn't save anybody. So through that, and through the $50 billion the other pharmaceutical companies have contributed, all the states have gotten money, municipalities all have money, Marlboro has a pot of money from these bankruptcies, but the Purdue bankruptcy, finally, it took 6 years to accomplish, just finally confirmed at the beginning of November here, and the victims are going to start getting compensated. The ones who applied.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's all in the news. If you're looking, just
It's all over the news.
yeah, look for that settlement case and
Yes.
and how that is developed.
Mm-hmm.
You've been recognized recently for all of this work you've done through team sharing and the advocacy work that you do and the community that you create and the children that you serve. Tell me about this special award that you received from, was it the Chamber of Commerce?
It was at the Chamber of Commerce.
Marlboro Regional Chamber, yep.
Yep, for the past couple of years. They select different businesses, nonprofits, different, for awards. And once again, I applied to be the nonprofit of the year. We had a dinner.
Oh, you don't even get to apply. They pick you out.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah, you're right.
You're a
right.
member
I'm
of the chamber.
Sorry.
You don't even get to say, put me in the ring. No,
You're right.
they chose
No,
you.
And then the people vote.
Yes.
Then the people vote, right. So we sat there that night, and I had a table of 10 from Team Sharing, and they're like, oh, you're going to get it this year. I know you're going to get it. With everything that, that you've done, you're going to get it. And I didn't get it. And I was heartbroken. Mm. And I thought, oh, that's okay. I'll try again next year. Yeah. Because I've been turned down for a lot of things, but,
So, yeah.
it's off your shoulder.
Me too. I say, just nice to be nominated.
Right,
hey.
right. So it was towards the end of the night, we were getting ready to all pack up, and they were still giving a couple of awards, the big awards, things I wasn't even
thinking about.
Yeah. Thinking about. And all of a sudden, they were talking about this person who was to get the Ian Scott Award,
which is the big community service award.
The big community award.
Yeah.
And one of my fellow moms sit next to me. She said, Cheryl, that sounds like they're talking about you. And I said, no, that couldn't be. That's like
maybe I should listen.
that's a huge
That's
huge
huge.
thing. And sure enough, they called me. I could not believe it.
Congratulations.
It was, it was nice to be recognized.
Of course.
I don't do this to be recognized, but it was nice to be recognized.
Yeah, congratulations.
And within Marlboro. And and then it got me thinking more and more about this community and how I want to be more involved in Marlboro specifically because it's an amazing community.
It is.
It really is.
Yeah.
So
it's been an absolute pleasure having you on the show today. Once again, I'm going to have Mike put up all the information on the bottom, but where can folks get in touch, whether they are someone that would benefit from your group or maybe they know someone that would really benefit from being a part of this team.
Right.
Where can they find it?
No one ever has to be alone.
No.
Teamsharinginc.org.
Yes.
They can go to, or on Facebook, we have Team Sharing, or they can go to my page, Cheryl Juaire.
And you're so communicative too. They can send you an email, and I know I talk to you all the time. It's so easy to just get in touch with you, and you will point people in the right direction and share why you created this and how it can benefit them.
Right.
But
still, the bottom line is so no one ever has to feel alone.
Right.
That's and that was huge, and that's and that's what we do.
Oh, before you go, you've got this bag here, and I wanted you to show it off. Bring up this bag.
So back to the license
Back
plates.
to license,
then.
real quick, Mike. We got one more thing.
Sorry. Back to the license plates. If somebody saw my license plate and they came up to me and they said, I have somebody in active addiction, and can you guide me in the right direction? And I really can't, because I know grief support. I know grief. I can help you with grief groups. I can help you with all that, but I can't do that. So we came up with an idea of putting these bags together.
Okay.
And of course, I brought the license plate. But these bags, now if somebody should come up to me, I have that information, or you'll have that information. If you have a license plate, you're going to get one of these bags.
Okay.
So there's a kit for Narcan. So if you ever should run across anybody anywhere that overdoses, there's instructions on the inside of that.
Okay.
There's not more importantly than this, but there's an organization out there called MORE.
MOAR.
Massachusetts Organization for Addiction Recovery. There is everything you could possibly want. The recovery center's in here. The ARC is in here.
Yes.
Team Sharing is in here. Everything in Massachusetts only is right in this book. So if somebody should approach me and say, I have somebody, or I know somebody, I'm just going to pull this out and give this to them, because I've got it in here.
Oh, you said you had a bag. I thought it was a swag bag. This is so much. This is a whole different kind of emergency kit here.
It's like an emergency
It
kit.
is.
Absolutely.
It is.
Because you want, and then there's also the card of, if you want this license plate, here you go.
There you go.
Here you
Scan
go.
that QR code.
It's right here. Scan the QR code.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's right here. So this bag is really an emergency kit.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We call it the Overdose Awareness Pack.
Right.
But and everybody that has gotten a license plate, and it's free to them. So this is what we've put together for them, because we don't want anybody out there that might need help and not have the resources. It's in here.
That's incredible. I might need one of these just at the studio in case we run into someone.
I'll leave this one with you.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Excellent. Wow. I'm so glad we got to that bag at the end, because you think about the emergency kit that you have for fixing your tire and the little flare gun, but this is serving people that have a different kind of emergency.
Exactly.
And you've now made it public, just like you have a sign on your building if you have the defibrillator, that through this license plate, you have access to some resources right there. And you don't have to be an expert necessarily to deliver these resources either.
Exactly.
It's all there in the kit.
Right.
Here. This is
All the grief resources are right in here.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Fantastic, Cheryl.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining me. Fabulous mission. Serve, no one needs to be alone.
No.
Just reiterating that one more time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Community.
Yep. And you know where we are. Anytime you've got something to promote or share, we love being a part of it.
Well, we do have a 5K coming up in May.
Okay. 5K. Info's on the website. Get
Yep.
involved.
We'll put it on the website. Yep.
Perfect.
Yep.
Well, that brings us to the end of another episode of Community Connections. We have so many other nonprofit groups coming up all before the holidays. And then I got to take a break for Christmas because I need a few weeks off myself. We've been going almost 3 times a week here. Special thanks to Matt Bisaccio for also hosting this show and sharing that with me. Thank you, Matt. You're fantastic. And we've got more episodes coming up next week. You're not going to want to miss them. Other great nonprofits in the area, and also sharing the love to some of our local sponsors who are helping make what we do possible as well. I'm Ryan Malyar, and thanks for tuning in.